I'm bored. I'm in my apartment. There's no electricity in my apartment. I'm a victim of a hate crime. Mostly everyone that I grew up around is either a prostitute, rapist, murderer, and thief. They steal in the way I receive money. They steal my vehicles. They steal my homes. They're trying to rape me. They're trying to rape Jaden. They're trying to rape Kimoni. So I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that steals from me. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that gets in the way of me receiving money. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that stays in my homes without my permission. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that steals my vehicles. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that's caused me to be separated from me. Seeking the death penalty for everyone that's caused me to be in a homeless shelter. I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that's caused me to be on the streets without a home at all. While they're like, tan asco. Those are disgusting. In the meantime, I've been tagging people. Vogue specifically en contra del fraile. I suffer from amnesia. There was like a little boy that I liked when I was much younger. However, I was a victim. I'm still a victim of theft, domestic violence, abuse, genocide, rape. Mostly theft. That didn't allow me to pursue him. What else? What else? What else? Or Jorge Aviles, or Richie Hill, or Bill Gates. Let's not even talk about Bill Gates. What else? What else? I'm so bored right now. Anyways, 20 people are watching one has like this post. There's no 5 people watching one has like this post. You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's a blue sky the same as cone, the sun goes straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop, INTAYIAFAYM Tire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is earlier. And then took my clothes and keys in my home. I lost them to replace them. So I tried for freaking tickets and find them my apartment. What else have I heard of those sometimes hide away in open spaces? I think it's fun. What else? What else? What else? I missed you. I missed you, Lonnie. You can accommodate everyone who's caused my anxiety, my poverty, my depression, my loneliness, my homelessness. So that I won't lie, I say the words autistic. Oh, say Jenny Kailani. OMG! OMG, the horror that people think the biggest are autistic! Who the fuck cares? Those people that I grew up around want to ruin little kids' lives. They're disgusting. They're like, ojalá, ahora todos creen que es autista el nene, la nena, porque ella no me quiere mamar el pene. Who? Literally, I'm a nobody. People get pissed off with my family of origin at how gross they are. Ew, 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 ew. They're so disgusting. They're so disgusting. You can decapitate diciendo ladies son so sorry que una cuero asquerosa basura mierda. Puta basura that stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of me receiving money, steals my money so I can date the people that I like, and then she rapes said crushes. She rapes that stripper todavía. Que Andrew found that she liked me. You can decapitate the stripper. She stays in my homes without my permission. There is my vehicle without my permission. Steals my money, gets in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate Andrew Suárez, es una basura. Una asquerosidad. Ese tipo no sirve. Es un cuero asqueroso. He steals my homes. He steals my vehicles. He steals my money. Gets in the way of me receiving money so that I get raped. He's drugged me. He's raped me. He's drugged me. He's facilitated people raping me. He records it and then shows it to people. That kid is so outdated. That's like a psycho movie that someone created decades ago, didn't it? Wasn't it like that? Ew, like everyone sees that and like he's confessing. Like it's nothing that he rapes her when that's capital punishment for him. Eventually he's gonna catch up to him. We hope, pray in the name of Jesus Christ. In the name of fashion. What else? I'm bored. I'm gonna masturbate today to the thought of myself. I love doing that. I'm heading over to Central Market tomorrow. There's no such thing as ruining my reputation. I don't have one. What's at stake here is that I don't have money. I'm a victim of theft, specifically from mostly everyone that I grew up around. So people from far away from my family of origin think, but why is it that I need to give money to these three people, specifically Arlene, Jada, and Kehlani, to hear like their family of origin invade my privacy, rape my children, kill my significant other, extort me for money? Porque they want to see how much money really says are worth in a donation towards me. Y si Maripili dona y después dona el gangster right after Maripili. Y después Raymond Arrieta. Qué threesome, gente, qué threesome. Is how they think. They are sex addicts, they're porn addicts, they're so gross. Ew, 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 so disgusting. Mostly all of them are way chiquito or different. What else? What else? What else? What else? In Puerto Rico. There's some in New Jersey. There's some in Florida. There's some in Spain, possibly. There's somewhere. I don't know. I don't want to know either. They're so gross. I accidentally added a lot of them to Facebook for my amnesia led me to add the people that steal from me. And they sadly wanted to traffic me into talking to them for them to tell me how many times they've raped Richie, while stealing my money, my homes, my vehicles, and getting the way of receiving money. They think that I'm so rich that whatever they steal from me, I'm not gonna miss. I'm bored. They're so disgusting. Yeah, Jimmy and that lady Sonoso Suarez bragged decades ago. That a network event that's professional. It's so easy to rape harmless and Richie when you have amnesia. She steals from me, gets in the way of me receiving money, stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, wants to control where vagina and penis goes. Like, es bruta, pero un nivel asqueroso. Puerca. Unshallow is that pussy. So gross. Eso cuero asquerosidad. Ew. Se le da el todo literalmente a cualquiera, pero violando a la gente. Un asco, es basura. Yo espero que Jimmy de no eso se mate hoy. I want Albert Suarez to kill himself today. I want Anthony Capizano to kill himself today. I want Andrew Suarez to kill himself today. I want Alex Suarez to kill himself today. They rape me, they steal my money. They get in the way of receiving money, they steal my homes, and then they rape Richie Hill, they rape Juan Ramirez, they rape Friday, they raped Kirsten Lopez. Who else did they rape decades ago? What else? I'm literally waiting for me to make a mistake. They go, oh my God, me just because I reject them and I don't let them rape me. They want to pretend that I'm gonna become some Thalia character. Me enamoré. Era príncipe que no hacía nada. Y luego de conocerme. El fraile está gordo. Wow, just wow. Did they cause that on purpose? What else? They thought that I would kill myself over. First of all, not my home. Second of all, not interested in me or he would have pursued me. Third of all, he might be a victim still of my family of origin for the most part, their relatives, neighbors, and colleagues raping him and stealing from me and getting in the way of me receiving money and stealing my homes and stealing my vehicles. He may just be really chill, very available for dinner, and boom, 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 getting out of the way. And the church says it's promoting celibacy because it's on personal life. It's like the CEO of Coca-Cola doesn't have to drink Coke if he doesn't want to, or she doesn't want to, or can. I don't know the rules of that. I don't know. I don't want to find out. When I'm financially stable, I plan to suck Richie's dick, most likely. But I have that in my goals. Also, I plan to dance with Richie. If he's alive, hopefully they didn't kill him, so I would kill myself over the guilt that a grown man died of starvation. I didn't do anything to save it. Huh? Yeah. So he could be very much available on a random night for him to be treated by someone who's like, I'm so for this church. I'm gonna have sex with this guy. Nothing else. Oh yes. Forgot I don't want to make you with this. What? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Or you could say, Arlene, I don't like you, which is what I'm expecting for him to say. What else? 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 To which whatever, because there's dick aplenty, like literally. There's dick aplenty. How many inhabitants are in the planet nowadays? Like 8 billion plus. There's dick aplenty. What else? 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 And or he may be angry that he can't ever leave the church unless he consistent like this one. I don't know. People do that. Anyways, either way, not my home, not my problem. It could also be very dangerous. The turn my homes literally into a strip club clandestino that created a portfolio of his with property that doesn't belong to him and belongs to me and never was given to me. And is pitching with said portfolios too. And saying to people, give me money. Look at my lifestyle. And this is not my lifestyle. What else? What else? What else? What else? So this is all over the news porque I tagged primera hora en nuevo día. I'm like, encontré money. For a while, for 5 years, and my family unfortunately, we can't wait for her to find a Friday. Porque ahí dan comida gratis and she's starving. Así no enteramos que se lo meten el culo al Friday para llamar literalmente say, bótelo, ese hombre cómo va a estar promoviendo celibacy. Si está cogiendo por el culo, yo fui el que le dé el pene por el culo. Te lo dije que he isn't honest. Also, I called Coca-Cola and said that the CEO doesn't even drink Coca-Cola, so I want to fire. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, bored. I want to go back to work at Nordstrom one day. Who's gifting me money today? Possibly part time if they allow it. And what is it? What is that? They're going to say flourish, but yeah. There with the right amount of money for lifestyle. I'm bored. I also want to shop at Victoria's Secret tomorrow. The people that steal from me want to mock me that they steal from me, that they cause my starvation. Y ni el Friday hizo nada de promesa sobre tanto. I'm bored. I'm severely bored. What else? What else? What else? What else? In the meantime, later, my titties will get a massage from me. What else? I'm staying with family. I want a vacation ASAP. Who's gifting me money? Those people that I grew up around, for the most part, that steal from me, say that they're not slaves, and they have a catalog, possibly, of how they steal from me, and they're like, she can't go to a hotel, so she sees. Like, this is how you open a door. This is how you register. This is how you and they can't even enjoy it. That's why they want to kill me. They're so gross. They have slave mentality. They're disgusting. Ew, ew, ew. So gross. lost her. In the meantime, remained celibate for most of my 45 years. Porque at the age of 3, I said, what? ¿Qué garabato es prostituta ilegal ya a los 4 años? No. Yo no quiero estar en esta orgía. Este nene da un asco. Like, what is he, dead? What's his life goal? Unhappy plumber? What else? What else? And then Garabato was so gross. I was sucking Andrew's dick. David Lisma thinks that he needs to turn me into sexy. Andrew wants to kill me over that encounter, possibly. Does he replay it in his head over and over and over again when I was sucking his dick, waiting to see what I do next? That was like 43 years ago. And not a very healthy 43 years ago. Like, oh, I've just been cruised through half of the continent where I couldn't see the other half, literally. Well, just being starved bored watching Burlesque. Yo, Gabba Gabba was so amazing. I don't like candy corn. I totally don't like candy corn, but I love Halloween. I don't like it. What else? There isn't a tribe out there ever of single mothers that are forced to be monogamous. Because everyone else that she likes is a dumb brat. I can't see them. That steals, rapes, or prefers an illegal prostitute unless he's like really taken hostage of sorts, but that's not a man. What else? Anyways, so I was sucking Andrew's dick. Finally, porn they can use. Para que me deje quieta, maldita sea, y debe estar robándome mi dinero, mi propiedades, and getting low emergency money. And Albert's dick was in my ass. So, I was really enjoying that. Jimmy de la Liris, asquerosito, garabato, cuero, Arlene Lorenzo Suarez, ew. Crawled up to Andrew myself and Albert. It was decades ago. Did the body language of, bitch, move out of the way that I can do this better than you. Repeated the same acts that I did while looking at me with the body language of, I see, I told her to do this better than you. So, better than me, se quedó con ellos. Y ellos me roban mi dinero, making sure that she keeps all her teeth intact. Porque that was so hot, the way that she did that y me lo quitó. Que he must preserve her life and kill me. So that she isn't crying. But don't think about her, jealous. They've been dealing with that shit for 40 years plus. Dame tu teléfono, tú no estarás pensando en Arlene. ¿Qué? Yo prefiero estar sola, watching Dora the Explorer with my kid. I read so much CNBC. YouTube is my best friend. I love listening to music. or playing my own. I'm semi-famous on Spotify. Prometo olvidarte-ish. Featuring Jandan. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So you can decapitate Jimmy Jandaliris Suarez and you can decapitate Benjamin Suarez on his sons that raped me, that steal my money, that get away with money. They steal my vehicle, they steal my homes. You can decapitate La Puerca esa María Arlene Lorenzo. They lost my virginity for me with Benjamin Suarez and his sons. They don't want it from me, but they don't know how to deal with that. They're so gross. So they steal my money, they get in the way of me receiving money, they steal my vehicles, and they steal my homes. To not be tempted with me ever. While they hire illegally people to pretend to be me. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with that brain. It doesn't work. Kill it. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I don't fight over dick, so I don't need to cry. I don't need to tell Marilisa Echevarría González. So I'm sorry, Avilés, y no pude tener una relación con él otra vez. Porque nena, salte de mi casa ya, puñeta. Y deja de estar robándome mi maldito carro y mi dinero and raping my crushes, carajo. Ew. Dan un asco, son basura, son puercas y puercos. Un asco. You can decapitate a Marilisa Echevarría González. You can decapitate Jimmy Jandaliris Suarez. That rape my crushes, that stay in my homes without my permission, that steal my vehicles, and get in the way of receiving money. You can decapitate Evelyn de Jesus. You can decapitate Angela Jabs. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Gilbert Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Jadiel Lorenzo Chaparro that steals from me, that gets in the way of me receiving money. That lost my virginity for me. With Benjamin Suarez and his sons, and all they're so disrespectful, so girls, so basura. Eso no tiene un chip backbone, what is it? It's worse than a chimpanzee, da un asco. It's like whatever is available, take. He's been raping for more than 30 years. How many people has he killed? Besides the millions that he's killed trying to rape me. Trying to traffic me into my parents' home for him to rape me there and then be out with la mistressa or mistressa. They're so pathetic, people. They don't know how to be alone. Alone and fancy work is so good. Maybe say your minus carero. Best +1 ever. My presence so lovely. Ugh. Separates from one. It's like I want my mommy to love me. And he may have immunity to save a fraile. So I haven't starved more than a few hours. What else? But still, this has been unbearable. For what purpose? If Fraile ha estado bien, la familia del cuida de él de lo más bien. Possibly is where he wants to be, and there's possibly people that are outraged and like, como que Arlene couldn't pursue him, y él se convirtió en fraile. Huh? People too pendiente of the ridges of my vagina almost. It feels like, do they have a picture and they study it? They're like, aquí está así, aquí está ya. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I miss you. I miss Noni. I purposely missed out on people in my family avoiding sexually arousing my kids. Alleged. I can ignore people for days. And it's not that my phone exists, it's not that books exist, it's not that the bus exists. It's that I can ignore people for days. So no, Edgar didn't have me hostage. Of sorts, it's complicated with that. He and I talked babies even before we married. I didn't remember that he and I had committed to have babies since I was like way before 3 years old. So cute. I remember when I was that age. My hair curly. Mi nalga para. And me thinking I'm gonna travel the planet and meet people because there's no one here. That garabato doesn't want to steal from me. Just to rape it. And Garabato's ugly as fuck. Fugly esa tipa. Es un asco. What else? 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 And Yolanda, and occasionally some people be like, you're gonna have babies one day with this guy, possibly. Based on the plans that you and him made. What else? 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 I'm bored. So you in the Capitana Luz Carrero that has tried to rape me, has possibly raped me while Andrew drugged me. Porque esa gente son peor que animales. People have classified them as worse than chimps decades ago. What else? 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 She threatened to kill me decades ago when I was 3. Stay away from my man. Andrew's half brother. I don't know his name. Is it Pablo? I joke that it's Pablo, but I don't know what his name is. I don't find him attractive at all. He is very pretty. If that was him that I saw last year, very funny and fun, and very much a man when he said, "You and you're gonna have babies on their own." I was like 3 years old, just trying to be polyamorous. Pero he isn't a man, so he got into let's have a honeymoon. It'll be your companion for if you cry at night. The companion turned out to be the companion from hell. That cried at night, basically. Almost. I want my mommy and my daddy. So I thought, oh, this pendejo ain't baby material. At one point, I'm gonna get my period. And I don't wanna get pregnant from this. Ever. He was very pretty. He took me out to the beach, I think. To a nightclub to which Andrew felt like I can't compare with that. Huh? Then he and I, when they say that, then he's just saying I'm not compatible with her. Do they not realize that? Albert suggested that he and I dance, never took me out dancing, raped me, steals my money so I can't be out and about. Porque he just wants to rape me, so gross. Wants to make me miserable that I can't be slutty when that's not slutty. It's double standards on last call in 2025. They're embarrassing. They thought they would get supporters, comments from people. They thought they would get a better pool of people to rape in the comments. Like, Arlene, don't do that to Andrew. I met him once 3 years ago in a nightclub. He's actually a really cool guy. Boom. Hey, baby. I had not thought about you instead. Want me to rape you today? And let me extort you out of money? It's possibly like how he behaves. Tired, want to sleep. I'm heading over to Central Market today. I'm in love. Well, not uncommon, sadly, for me to feel this way and then feel disappointed ish. But that's why I never pursue anyone. Edgar literally had to almost deliver those babies out of me. And I love dating Kimani. But I was so abused. Even by Yolanda that stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of me receiving money and steals my money. So gross. They're worse than chimps. They're so disgusting. Ew, 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 ew. So Edgar decades ago was like, you and me, I want to have those babies. We're gonna have those babies. Oh, I didn't trick him. If you must know or you have already commended me, even if you hate me. Wow, she gave it up how many times? Like sometimes they like for real for that is like, boy, if you just wanted just to get me pregnant, because I don't give it up easily. Here's your preview. Hope you like it. Calvin Klein underwear. Two. That was my preview too. Porque I don't want to have babies with you if you're just like, well, if that's the only way to have sex with her, I'll get her pregnant. So he got like plenty of previews and chances to bail, but he truly wants those babies with me. So cute. What else? What else? What else? So Jade and Kaylani were playing decades before they were born. Back to people. So Edgar said to me in 2004, are you gonna illegally prostitute yourself at the library? And I said, no, I don't want to get raped. Porque Andrew y el Anthony Capizano had already harassed me. And Richie said, if you visit the library, we're gonna take you to the hotel, Mount Chicago, and see what you give us for it. Huh? Ew, 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 ew. So I said, I don't want to work to sustain illegal male prostitutes. And he said, what about your buddy? Buddy is possibly referring to Richie, Jorge, El Fraile, maybe, Bill Gates. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I swear, no, I wonder if Bill Gates was in one of those orgies when I was like trying to be best behavior. What? Not that I'm not. What else? What else? What else? My apologies to Miss Gates if she was. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I am bored. So I said, what buddies? I don't have buddies. I didn't remember about Milwaukee or Platinum Hair and his boyfriend that are all so pretty if they want to sex me up. If not, I'm fine with rejection. I won't ever seek it anyways. Pero those kids were kids back then. They couldn't drive, couldn't they? And were possibly being raped constantly by my siblings. So in the name of amnesia and Jesus Christ, que lindos están. Ahora que crecieron. And it's not a viejera thing that I have ganas and now I want to be all handsy on people. Because if not, I would have stuck to my very much young boyfriend, Michael Norman, be like, I can still get the attention of the audience.
Viejero, 18 years older than me, I saw last year. What? Possibly another rape victim. He se olvidó de mí, pero what escape plan do they have? Literally, the death penalty for those people that I grew up around is a very long shot, so they've been abusing me. Possibly because they have ulterior motives of que tipa tan linda. Perfecta, I want her dead. What else? What else? What else? What else? So I thought like things will work out if I'm not there specifically. Possibly they won't have something to talk about me, right? And rape. I don't want to go on to find out that those people that I grew up around continue to rape Richie or Jorge or Platinum Hair, your boyfriend or friend or Fraile or 16, 18 years older than me. So you needed to be a little bit specific, like Jorge, Richie. What else? What else? What else? So again, I picked monogamy. I'm like, OMG, so many people are trying so mad at me right now. I'm gonna enjoy it, but it's not what I want. There's also another girl out there that it isn't Gabby. That due to me being a victim of death, I mean, not literally having the motivation to live on my own and get pregnant by him. Because I'm like, if I live alone in the United States forever, I'm just gonna open my legs to everyone in Utah. And those kids, and I wanna have those kids. So at the time it was either or, specifically also because Jandel used to drug me. So I'm like, what if I get a boyfriend that's not truly a boyfriend, someone just friend? And then I'm always like drug and being crying to a girl, but please take me back. And he's like, I know. I like, have you heard of those? They're like, whatever, I'm gonna be polyamorous. And then they're like to the one that respects her. I mean, out of the bunch, if you call disrespect, I'm starting right now. And I don't have electricity in my apartment or money or my children. There are some types of victim abuse that move in with the future baby daddy, and then they're like, whatever, I'm gonna be polyamorous. And they're like, but these aren't people from Puerto Rico, but they're like people that place themselves near one specifically, and they're gonna be like, hey, honey, be at the library, she's gonna be there. And I end up like with a really nice hottie that's beating me up, that's drugging me, and then I would have to be running to my future baby daddy still, or having my baby like in between, like this would just beat me up. Can I shag up with you? So I didn't want to take that risk. I don't ever want to go through that ever. So I don't owe an apology to anyone that Edgar was possibly planning on being more monogamous with than me, porque you're possibly a cunt seeker. I can see that. Illegal prostitute that steals from me, stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, steals my money, gets in the way of me receiving money, and nobody non worthy I'm seeking the death penalty for. That wants to like bully me privately of like, how dare you be with him all this time? Have you heard about those? They're disgusting. What else? How many O's has Unity Nalita said to herself in the past 5 years specifically? Realizing that I never think about her, realizing that I don't cry about the men that she rapes, that I didn't get to pursue. I wasn't born with a dick in me. They do those things to inflict pain onto people. What they caused onto me was depression. Like, I'm just gonna take a nap. I may just drop pieces instead of flowers for a while. I don't want to associate anything that I experienced before with baby making or remember anyone that I grew up around during this having babies. With the occasional oh my hair. Those ballroom dancing type, I think, starve on purpose after one gives them baby. For the times that one made them. Full one's hair is like, is she into violence then? I'm gonna starve her and give her violence. I've heard it's just a spanking. It's just pulling of a hair. It's just some, what is it, nerve ending thing, not violence. So there's a difference. He's never laid a hand on Jaden or Kehlani to physically abuse him. I love that about like what? Like I went into it, he possibly said I wouldn't, but bitch would literally cut me up into pieces and later explain to the kids, well, he was in the wrong. If I even laid my hands on the kids like that, I see it that I can kill him in self-defense. I just don't want to. So back to the FBI. Those people that I grew up around are so laughable. Are they entertainers to the Buckingham? And the such. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So possibly just like I don't remember those people that I can kill in self-defense. The FBI says we really need to talk about these people. It's like they're dead to me. I don't want to waste money on them. I'm hoping they kill themselves. Maybe her plan will work. Do they laugh at me? They're like, oh, Ronnie, I went with one Facebook friend request. I'm so professional. Or one Facebook friend sentence. I'm so professional. They'll stop stealing from me, right? And give me everything back in one day. They live out of touch with reality, which isn't a life. They're so gross. Those people that I grew up around for the most part, their relatives, colleagues, and neighbors. You can decapitate and then not away. If he's drugged me and raped me on purpose, has drugged me and facilitated people raping me on purpose, that was so gross. If he gets in the way of me receiving money, steals my money, steals my property, steals my vehicles, steals my homes, and or pays people illegally to misrepresent me because he's americanos in birth control. Isn't it rape my dad at an orgy? More than once, my dad said. So excited about Arlene. Que me mamó el pene en una orgía. And by the third time, I'm like, dude, stop raping me. If you want to date with her, ask her out. The end. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. My dad described it as worse than a kid with Down syndrome. Trying to get a date with me. Andrew may have to do with that. Oh, was Yandel truly like my first and not Bill Gates? That's hilarious. Who was there that remembers? I don't want to see videos, most likely, unless someone shows it to me respectfully, because it may have been an orgy during my toddler exploration years that there's people there that. I'm like, really? That's what my titties? But that happens between family members for the most part. A mixed group. People may have been like, I'm an adult, I was in an orgy yesterday, now I don't want to see that guy ever. It happens. I did it. That was it. What else? What else? What else? So I don't know if Shandon was my first, or if it was Andrew, or if it was Bill Gates, or if it was Andrew. What else? 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 I got me started. Oh, he was so pretty. His ballet steps so cute. And he deserved it, whatever. I don't beg for sex ever. I just don't beg. They want me to talk like people talk about telenovela for me to survive. Virgencita, quítame esta pobreza. Una fucking jodienda que está muerta. This was a decades ago. I'm like, you won't hear that from me unless I'm being sarcastic or referencing history. Me that people pray right now in real life. Ojalá que llegue progreso. I really want an iPhone before I move out with my parents. I mean, move out of my parents' home. Right now, there's like one per family, literally. And the homes like the telephone. Some homes just have one landline phone. And I really want there's to be at least like a significant amount of iPhones so that I can order myself one soon just for myself. That's praying for progress to some people. I don't mind sharing the iPhone with my parents, whatever. But if I can have like a better life, it mean having my own iPhone. Less waiting time between those tetas we're gonna record. And please delete the videos from the memory as soon as you is the family order rule thing. And I turned on the camera and there was that video of my brother's fiance. It's what he may be going through. What else? The text messaging must be fun. Pero they identify by always saying, oh, some people say that we share a phone, so every time they send a message, please refer to the person who you're sending the message to by name in every message. There's workarounds for everything. Not like, por favor, traigan agua potable aquí. Some people are so deplorable. I've heard that they're being let start on purpose. What is it? Against my will. I've heard. It's like, Arlene, there's no amount of Chanel that one can give to that and it'll become grateful, just like your cousins are so gross. For the most part. I've heard that there's some people in parts of the world that get minimal help. Porque in some form or another, they're just trying to die. So they're being facilitated with that. So they over here no face. Porque they could have the resources to get to where they think they want to be at, that they would be happier. But they just, what is it? Poison people around her. I have a theory that's why family of origin that poisons the water, almost literally, with their I'm not gonna influence her good, so that my gente viva jodida. So you'd rather be a slow animal, asquerosidad, cuero, basura, sleeping in the home of a woman that isn't you, with her man, faking being her in the kitchen, thinking I'm so much better than her, but you don't have the riches of his woman's vagina hole. Well, on some occasions, it's like, get off my fucking dick so I can try to get my woman. And you're like, la di da, I'm so much better, better into this, but it doesn't see it because it's a cuero. An illegal prostitute, a rapist, murderer, thief, sex addict, porn addict, they literalmente le abre la puerta a cualquiera, even the people that want to kill him, just for fun. I don't want to ever watch that, yeah. So I left mostly everyone in my family of origin decades ago. As I grew into my teens, I'm like, I don't think I can ever be at a party around these disgustingness people. They're like, we have schedules for you to kill from self defense. You're gonna miss them for real. We have cleaning crews ready, dates set up. On this day, you killed this one. On this day, you killed the other one. We won't care. We can power wash the blood if there's blood. Like they don't exist to me in my head. They're so deplorable. They're laughable to me. This is a future therapist that's gonna mock Arlene, and it's gonna be a wonderful motherly. Is it? Just because he says that doesn't make it true. Is the whole theme of his life what he hears about himself? I can say that my vagina right now, it is gassy and it isn't. So I'm seeking the death penalty for whoever it was that raped Kirsten Lopez in my parents' bedroom decades ago. I don't know if it was Andrew or Albert. That showed up to my parents' home with nowadays Fraile, and it was possibly just like two or three females. I think it was just like six of us. And I was saying hi to no Fraile, and I had seen him a while before. He's like, does she have sex? She acts like a sex. And I'm like rolling my eyes, like, this is complicated, whatever. I was so abused. I don't have money to pursue anyone. My parents are already like, nope, we won't put us in for any other relationship. And I was asking, not even with them. Until you kill the people that steal from you, get in the way of your saving money, steal your homes and steal your vehicles in self defense, and then after we're sure that those people won't rape whoever you date, then you'll get funded again. So to my dad, I'm lazy that I'm gonna kill those people that steal from me. They get in the way of our saving money, steal my homes and steal my vehicles, and have caused any money to separate from me. Does he literally get upset and says, if I could do it for her, I would, but that's not self defense. So he said, "Do you?" I think he had called me like honey before, like it's so cute. But I don't forget. I was like, what will that look like when it's older? What else? What else? It may have been just in the moment too, feeling raped by me too. Hashtag. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So you said, "Can I go down on you?" I said, "Sure, why not?" But I only say sure, why not? But I'm like, oh, quite literally. Like it has to feel like to me like truly beautiful. Like wow. I'm just weird. Apparently don't based on my money. Well, though I don't believe that. Porque HEB sold brownies earlier. I just didn't want to buy them. What else? What else? What else? What else? So he and I got on my parents' bed, and minutes later, I don't know if that was Andrew or Arbor, walked in the bedroom with the females that I didn't want near me. And Andrew's like, whatever, you're gonna like that when it grows up, kiss it now, whatever. Andrew that steals my money so I can't date at all wants to orchestrate what penis or vagina goes in me. Like he's doing me some sort of favor, like, girl, you're so abused by other people. I'm gonna help you direct this. He's the abuser. Full. Ew, 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 so gross. Anyways, so he accused me of cheating with nowadays Fragler. Should I laugh? I wish I could laugh out louder, louder and louder and louder. At this basura del apellido Suarez, como que cheating. He showed up with like four people that were staying in my home without my permission with him. Pedophile, pendejo, cuero, rapist, murderer, and thief. Accusing me, okay, if cheating me. If he had wanted a wedding with me, just he and I alone, for the rest of my life, I don't give a shit how pretty, beautiful he is. I couldn't have ever accepted based on my own feelings. It's not what I want out of my life, just a marriage with one person. It's not innate to me. And then there's Alex. Then I don't want to be like, oh, we just had dinner with the brother. He's so pretty, and I don't want to kiss him because I don't want to feel like I cheated on him. Because I'm like really happy with him and the sex stuff. But ya se hubiese mamado, slurp, slurp. Semen with lo que esa tipa llora. Because the brother's so pretty. He was here bringing me some mangoes, and Albert wasn't in the house, so I thought like, se lo mamo a Alex. But what if he finds? So the answer is no, pero ya él estaba ya so comprometido before my birth, most likely too. And very unlikely, like the one that he wanted. Even so, I have a right to reject his proposal of just one only person, which is very unlikely what's being offered here. But in those cases, like when people say exclusively monogamous, one can stray even. It's my feelings were hurt, no, you cheated. but who brought the situation rooms literally into my parents' bedroom. So there he was, putting his penis inside of Kristen Lopez, saying, ha 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 ha, this is my social worker, Kristen Lopez, future college graduate. That is gonna be best mother Lisa. Huh? Am I not being praised by the gates all the time on my parental abilities without me being present? Some gates who literally que asco. So he profiled some fucking gringa ish to get a degree just to try to hurt me, or he just raped her and that was like her career choice. Either way, she's not much more better mother than me because there's no comparison. She has her kids, I have my own kids. I wouldn't ever try to meet her kids or know anything about them. They're not my kids. I don't even know her. She's possibly a victim that doesn't even, oh, I love those, that don't victimize themselves. Those are so pretty. Let me tell you why they're so pretty. They live in the moment. They're like, what movie just came out today? What can I design? I'm so happy with my life right now. And they literally don't give any thought about the abuse towards them unless they have something that gives them PTSD, which could happen, but shouldn't, but it could happen. Like they may see a cup of coffee and they're like, oh no, that guy like raped me after I drank coffee with him and I 10 years later I now remember I put it behind me. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm not gonna ask Kirsten, what do you think about my mothering? Or get close to her. When it comes to dating Kehlani, I'm dating Kehlani's mom. That's it. And they have the best that they could get from me. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh Lord. So you can decapitate me. I mean, sort of sons that rape me, that steal my money, they get in the way of receiving money, that steal my vehicles, that steal my homes. That caused me to not pursue some people. You can decapitate Richie Hill that raped me in 2023. You can decapitate Kristen or Kristen Lopez if she has an adult stays in my house without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of my ceremony, steals my money. Otherwise, Kirsten is just Kristen. Just a person on the planet. I don't even have to wish her well. What else? Did I need someone to tell me to get off the floor and shower that day? Possibly not if I didn't have a therapist that I was paying for. Also, that's some intensive work because I paid just to find out what next. Who's the next victim that needs to. So I need my money back. At least my therapy session money counts as an investment, no? So we're remembering, wow, el fraile, wow, gente, wow. Okay, like I said yesterday, those people that I grew up around, they're possibly, oh, pues si Kristen Lopez fue her therapist, ya se recordó del fraile, debe llamarlo y decirle, no te vio a Kristen Lopez y Arlene no te ni un comentario acerca de ti a un Facebook, ni le dijo a Kristen, le pregunté a Kristen. Y Kristen dijo, no, 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 this is therapy, this is serious. Like, I took this degree to get slapped in the ass, get to conventions to meet people. Pero this therapy session thing wasn't a porn star line into your life. Like, she's taking therapy serious, like she should. So they're like, possibly they ran al fraile, que quizá todavía no era fraile. They're like, déjame mamártelo. Arlene no se recuerda de ti. Como si esto fuera de niños. Like, Ave María Purísima. What else? What else? Oh, like for her. Entre todas las mujeres, bendito sea el fruto de tu vientre. OMG. I miss having sex with men specifically. But I literally feel like I need to sit on like a few dicks. What else? 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 Those people that I grew up around, like literally waiting in filita, trying to rape me. So the other day I heard Fatso. What else? Say namaste. Well, at church. Against my will because I want to have daughters to eat wherever I want. And if free food is offered, some places like what is the threshold of poverty? Where one can network there, possibly a few $1 million at least. Or daddy has it on the back, and some days says, oops, I forgot to give her. So I'm like literally knocking on the door of a neighbor saying, "Do you have peanut butter and jelly?" Like I just asked. Like this bitch at Starbucks, like, I want this coffee, the sandwich. So I just hit up the neighbors and Dad forgot to deposit me my money. It's gonna be there like in a few days. Can I get some peanut butter and jelly? Or I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do that for breakfast and then I'm gonna head over to those churches and those places that give food until like in a few days the deposit gets there. I don't know why he does that. It's irresponsible or whatever. I'm already used to it ish. And I have some sort of system. Then I'm like, oh, I saw my buddy right there. The drug lord store. Does that happen? Like I have it on camera and everything. What else? I don't know. One by name is so lovely. So to me, we're overtaking lunch or breakfast, whatever. And to some people, it may not even, but it has bad fame, sadly. They're like, yeah. Those people that I grew up around, do they watch my videos? They're like, El Chapo 2 is there, and she just walked past him. Le dijo y que buenos días. Hasta le aguantó la puerta. Y comió con él allí. There's one guy that's really pretty I've seen there. I wonder like if he just got kicked out of his kingdom one day. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? Anyways, I want to see Rich's dick. That's uncircumcised and see how this one put that in one's mouth. Magnum, gente, Magnum. What else? Magnum. What else? Priorities. Pero once again, si el fraile y 9 years younger me wanna do an Eiffel Tower, the three of us together, they can find a way to find me and talk to me about it. I think I said that decades ago. Directly, I never heard anything about it, so I don't go through life like, oh no. What else? What else? Mostly everyone that I grew up around, possibly like, we must start her meet me. We want to know if she got it done or not. Did they ever call her or no? Did she find out that they did it with someone else? Who was this so I can invite myself? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Can I eso se lo puede rezar ese pene de rodilla with how tall it is? I can't remember her this. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I can't remember. I'm bored. Very bored. Pero I saw, oh man, that is fighting today. So disappointing. What? What? I'm bored. Well, I'm talking about sex that I had a while ago. I'm bored. I'm bored. And I didn't get pregnant today, so that's great. Anyways, I want to be manhandled. I want to be manhandled. What else? I'm bored. Who's gifting me money today? I want to have my apartment clean. I want to hire termites and leave it roach free. But I want to leave this place and get home for myself. Dana's now an adult. Caitlin is now at an age where she can stay by herself. I could hire a nanny out here just in case, even just for fun. I mean, like you have a companion if you want to. It's about comfort levels. Like, do you want to be cooking for yourself? Are you okay with just eating meals that you could just like heat up in the microwave quickly? Do you want to be cooking or not? For me to go on a date overnight, Edgar and I had a system of I'm single and self assembly because I'm poor. Not to my choice was seek the death penalty for him. While he would say, I'm heading out on a weekend trip with one of you. Can the kids stay with you next weekend? Even though I was on schedule to keep the kids this next weekend. To which friend was yes, yes, yes. Hallelujah. What else? That's exactly what I need. With me. Oh my god, now I want you to sound. What else? What else? What else? What else? I missed you. I missed you, money. Some people are waiting patiently. They're like, we understand she's a victim of a lot. She wants to have kids, raise them herself, be good at that, continue to be in their kids' life. And then their schedule opens up for the most part, much more or the same, but we fit in. I've literally walked by people while traveling, like, you're so pretty! With my body language while holding 8 years hand and being like, what would happen if I got pregnant? 8 years strangers. While looking at them, just like, noticing there's like a very common question sometimes. But would they tag along? But what about after? Do I want it to be a part of my baby's life? Awkward, awkward. Or like, oh, I wish I wasn't heading home to a movie theater. Like, I already bought my ticket. That's my goal, and I won't cancel that. Pero good to see how pretty you are. Like, and some people say weirdo. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people ideally for the difference. I'm excited man to lick my tetas, pull my hair a little bit. Now that I have kids, I can put it in the house. I'm bored. I'm bored. Tired. I want a boyfriend or a husband right now for the weekend.
Anyways, I'm bored.